Hello and welcome to Hadoop Exam Learning Resources. In this series, we are discussing about the AWS Solution Architect Professional Level Certification question and answers and their explanation. So using this explanation, you should be able to answer your question in real-time exam as well because you understand the concept in detail. Our intention is to make you not only pass this exam, but in real time you should be able to work on the AWS projects, correct? So that is the intent here. So you need to understand each concept in detail. AWS has much wider things to learn, but step by step we need to learn everything, correct? So that way you will become AWS expert. So especially this is solution architect professional certification, so expectation is much higher if you pass this exam. So now let me go to question number 11 because up to 10 question we have already discussed. Now let me start question number 11. In the given diagram, okay, so the diagram you can click on this and you can see in the expanded mode as well, correct? So this is the diagram. What it's saying, the route table associated with subnet 1. So this is your subnet 1. The route table is associated with this. So with subnet 1 routes all traffic to this one of this IP address to an internet gateway. For example, this because instance v1 has an elastic IP address, it can be reached from the internet. So which of the IP address you need to associate your subnet 1 route so that it can reach to internet gateway. So before answering this question, let's go to and learn some concepts about question number 11. So let me go here. Okay. So now you need to again understand the routing, subnet, VPC, main route table, this concepts, correct? So the same image I have copied from that question to here. So let's discuss this route table and subnet. By default, each route subnet must be associated with the route table. So if you are, as we discussed in previous question as well, correct? So whenever you create basically let me draw again. So first thing, subnet must be part of your VPC, correct? So this is your VPC. If you create a subnet inside that, so it would be some CIDR block key would be defined for that. But as soon as you create a subnet, I either it must have a one route table. Route table decide where to destine your traffic, correct? And how to receive and send the traffic. So VPC itself has a one route table associated with it basically, correct? Route table is basically what is source and destination for your traffic is permitted, correct? So that is called main route table. Okay, that is your main route table. Okay, now moving to next, if you create a subnet and if you not define any route table for the subnet, then by default it is attached with this main route table, correct? But if you define your subnet specific route table, then that would be a separate story. Then it would not use this main route table but use this route table to this time without traffic, correct? So if you create another subnet, then you would have to either define a new route table or you can use the main route table. That is what it means. So either this or this. So here we have three subnet and we have different route table defined for each one. So if you see subnet 1 has their own custom route table, but subnet 2 is attached with the main route table because it is not configured for the subnet, and subnet 3 also has a custom route table. Now moving to most next concept, main route table is default for subnet. As soon as you create a subnet, it is associated with the VPC route table and that is also called main route table. You can change the association of this subnet to a different route table as we have been doing in the first subnet and third subnet. Even you can update route in the main table. It is like it's not necessary you'll keep this, correct, basically, and you can change this configuration in the main route table as well. So in this example, subnet 1 is routing traffic to 0.0.0.0/0, that is internet gateway IP address. So that is what is, if you wanted to send your traffic to internet gateway, then there should be an entry for 0.0.0.0/0 internet gateway route it has to be there. Instance v1 in that subnet has an elastic IP address. So here in green color I have marked this is an elastic IP address associated with this v1 instance. So anybody from internet can reach to this instance basically, correct? So sometimes you wanted to configure one instance where anybody from internet can reach to your instance. So that is what you would be doing. Internet gateway, you would be defining the IP address, you would be putting a route table, and elastic IP address has to be associated with this. There are more configuration you need to do like security groups and other specifics you need to do, but this is minimum also can help you. Instance v2 here in this example in given design, v2 cannot reach from the internet because it does not have any internet gateway associated with this. It is associated with main route table, which is VPC itself. So any instance in that VPC can be reached from this v2 instances because it is allowed to traffic among all instances inside this VPC. Okay, because of this main route table, it is attached with the main route table. So because that subnet attached with main router, how it can reach other instances in VPC. NAT instances, you need to understand this concept as well. Network address translation. If you want your instances to reach private in the private subnet, suppose your instance is in a private subnet. Private subnet means it is not attached with the internet gateway or VPN or anything, and they want to reach to internet to download some software basically, correct, from some website. Then you should have a use network address translation instance in between, so that instance can reach to internet, and but nobody from internet can reach to that instance, correct? So this is one way traffic basically, like one way connection. Only instances from that private subnet can reach to internet via net instances. Net is a network address translation. These are similar instances as EC2 but for networking purpose, so that your instance can reach to internet. Okay, so that is what here basically. So now question is very simple. If you see here in the given diagram, the route table associated with subnet 1 routes all traffic to this 0.0.0 slash 0, obviously slash 16 also it is routing, but this is not in an option, so it is routing only two IP addresses. One is VPC only, so any instances inside VPC it can communicate because it is destined to local VPC slash 16 and destined to internet 0 this IP address, correct? So that is what is the correct answer to an internet gateway, for example. Because instance v1 has an elastic IP address, it can be reached from the internet. Obviously it can be reached from the internet. That is what. So if I submit this, so this is the correct answer here. So that is what, and you can read the explanation as well. So thank you for watching this video. I hope this is helping you for preparing your AWS professional certifications. We are keep adding more videos, more content on hadoopexam.com website. Please visit hadoopexam.com, get a subscription to get a premium content from there. Thank you. I'm stopping now. If you